Real quickly in Major League Baseball, I'll go down the line. 902 Miami all the way down to plus 165 and over 8 and 8.5. So 8 up to minus 130, 8.5 at minus 110. 908 Cubs minus 150 up to minus 150, and the under in the Cubs game at 9 all the way up to minus 125 and 130 to go under 9. 913 Baltimore plus 115. 920 Athletics plus 120 and plus 115, and then over 8.5 up to minus 130 on Minnesota and Cincinnati. So a couple sides, couple totals in Major League Baseball. Again, still early here on the West Coast, but already firing away.
You're asking for baseball plays, so here you go. We're going to start. Ralph Michaels hit his yes run first inning yesterday. We'll go back to it, except we're going to do no run first inning. Royals and Rangers, Nerfy. Royals, 1 run in the first inning the last 9 games. The Rangers, only 1 first inning run their last 9 home starts, and the 2 starting pitchers are combined 7-0 run last 7 starts for Nerfy. So take a look at that. We mentioned UFC, a little uncertainty. I love Orelby at minus 166 over at Musayev. Musayev is coming from Rizin. He's 35 and he's had like 26 or 27 professional fights. If you're 35 and that many fights and the UFC hasn't come to get you, it means they don't think you're very good. It's supposed to take place in his region, and I think that's why he's getting this fight. Orelby, he wears a lot of damage on his face, but he should just be a little bit more crisp and more seasoned. He's been in the UFC for a few fights, so I like Orelby over Musayev. We talked about paper trading team totals. It went well last week. I gave a lean on one yesterday. It didn't win. This one I love so much. This is a client play. We're going to take the Rockies over 3.5 on their team total. Their bats have all of a sudden come alive. They've gone over this total in 7 out of the last 8 games. Starting pitcher for the Nationals, he's given up 3 or more runs in 6 out of his 8 starts this year. And Washington, second worst bullpen in in all of Major League Baseball. So even if he gets rocked and they pull him, they're bringing in a bad bullpen. So that is an official client play for the team total. If we hit this one, that may be all we need as far as team totals for the week. We grab a couple of those valuable units and we move on. And then Ronald Kabang has a WNBA play, Mystics minus 4.5 over the Sky. If you've been following the WNBA, you know how bad the Sky are without Vandersloot in the lineup. They are coming off a win, but they beat the worst team in the league. Mystics blown out last game. They're looking for a bounce back spot. 5th best team on defensive shooting percentage. So those are your free plays for all around the world.
Honestly, I like to watch the games multiple times before I bet them when it comes to the finals. But my initial thought or opinion is, I mean, we kind of touched on it already. Halliburton's health is a big question mark, a big key to this one, because if they don't have him out there, it's hard to see them being able to compete with the Thunder. He's a lot of what the Indiana Pacers do. So seeing how he looked in that last game and knowing how healthy the Thunder look right now, like both of these teams have done as much adjustments as we're going to see pretty much for the series. Now it's just who can execute. And I feel like the Thunder are the team that I can trust more to do so, especially with the health concerns. So minus 4.5 seems kind of like a gift. If you look at history, I mean, and chances to close out a series in the conference finals or NBA finals, the road favorite, they've covered or they've won, however you want to call it, I think 5 out of 6 times. Like, they're favorite for a reason. And that's how I feel initially about the OKC Thunder. Doesn't mean I'm going to run to the window and bet it, because I like to do my due diligence and watch the game again. But that is my initial thought for the side. And the total, I really don't like to think about Pacers games under. It's just not something I love to do based on the style of play that they like to play. But if Hallie's going to be banged up and hurt looking like he did last game, I mean, TJ can't play 48 minutes. The offense is going to suffer, or they might be forced to play a little slower than they liked in their identity. So it does make me lean towards under. I guess right now, before watching the games again, I'll lean OKC minus 4.5 and under 224.5. Yeah, I'm just looking at the injury report again. Yeah, Asia Wilson, listed out again with the concussion. For one, I mean, I have to start, even before I say Asia, like the defense for the Aces has just been terrible. And without her, it gets even worse without her down there to help protect the paint. So that's a major concern for them. And then on the offensive side, it's really been not a whole lot of help from anybody besides Jackie Young. So teams, I feel like, are packing the paint. The only way the Aces have really been able to score, I feel like, is Jackie getting downhill, maybe trying to get in transition. And I can't really look at the Aces here. I mean, I know the line has moved so much, you don't want to get the ass into the line on the Lynx, but it's just I prefer to back one team here. And so I'll stay away from the Aces side. But the total is very interesting to me. I think because of that poor defense from the Aces, we can expect the Lynx to score. The Lynx offense is very polished. They lead the league in assists. They've had 25 plus assists in I think three straight games. So I trust them to score. I thought about their team total over 86.5. They cleared that 3 straight meetings versus them. Very doable in this one. I can't help but think the past couple games for the Lynx, their defense has taken a hit, and I think it has to do with Jessica Shepard being out. You know, you do lose a big. That's some paint protection. Can the Aces take advantage? That's the question. I do trust Jackie Young to get downhill and do everything she needs to do, but the Lynx can still pack the paint and try to force these others to hit jumpers. And if they do that, it can get ugly for the Aces. So the line did come down a little bit on the full game. I think currently right now, I would prefer a Lynx team total at 86.5, but I was really just trying to get there with some form of over. I'll share one more thing with you guys. It's a query. I mentioned they had 3 straight games of 25 plus assists. If you look at lower total games, like below 167, home favorites off 3 straight 25 plus assist games, they are 71 to the over, 71 on the team total over. So if I'm playing this one, over 161.5 or Lynx team total 86.5 over.